Hi, any of you that have viewed any of my poetry readings, I hope that you've received something from them. Uh, I'm going to do a series of poems. A couple of them are kind of brand new, and then uh, there's even a couple that are from back when I was still a teenager, which is 50 some years ago. So this first one is a poem that I wrote because I was thinking about the the billionaires that are out there, and how they seem to be fixated on keeping as much money as they can, and not really on what's in their long-term best interests. So this is called Why Are Billionaires So Dumb? Those with billions are lionized as being the wisest of the wise. Then why do they seem so dumb? They never learn the simple rule of thumb that tax revenues spent to help the needy rises up the economy to accrue to the rich and greedy. Opposed to a tax that would support their growing fortune, they seek only to grab hold of the largest portion. It would seem that their only outside interest is this: to be the one who builds the biggest high-flying space penis. This next poem is called Orange is the New Guilty, and I'm sure you'll recognize who it's about. Guilty on count 1 and guilty on 2, guilty on counts 3, 4, and 5. You're going to be locked up the rest of the time you're alive. Then you're found guilty on counts 6 through 10. You'll spend all your days in a 6x10 pen. Guilty on counts from 11 to 20 of evidence to convict, the jury had plenty. Guilty then on the counts through 30, your hands were caught red-handed dirty. Finally on counts 31 through 34, you're guilty like every count before. This next poem is called Pilgrim in the Night, and it is one of the oldest poems I wrote back when I was in my early 20s, I believe. Pilgrim in the Night. Grant me sanctuary from the night. I'm not but a poor pilgrim searching for truth and light. Cold stones had no ears. Cruel men had no tears for this pilgrim in the night. Lie down your head on cold hard earth, for they give not bread nor share their hearth with this pilgrim in the night. In the morning the people arising were shaken from their sleep. They found their town was crumbling, and there standing on the heap was the lowly pilgrim, transformed in morning light to a deity of power from a pilgrim in the night. This next poem is one that's kind of in the middle of my poetry writing career, and this poem is called Someday. They say that this too shall pass, but what will things be like at last? How can one cope without any hope? These are the questions I ask. The era of moral outrage is gone, like the last refrains of a song. All questions are moot, no need to refute. Now everything that was right is wrong. The sun sets on the American dream, built on a lie and a scheme. We took native lands and shackled slaves' hands, then labeled it destiny's theme. Now the new Civil War seems at hand. There's riot and unrest in the land. They don't want to own slaves, just want the blacks to behave, and behind the scenes they'll stay in command. The sun will set on this world someday, the day when we all have our say. So get out there and vote, or slit your own throat. Either way, it's all okay. This next poem I wrote a number of years ago, maybe 3 or 4, and it was inspired by the backlash that developed in response to the Supreme Court, which had a little bit of different makeup at that time, but the Supreme Court deciding the issue of gay marriage and gay rights. And I really do feel with the makeup of the court now that these rights are very much in danger. After Roe v. Wade, the religious fanatics' next agenda item on their agenda will be to get rid of gay rights. Anyway, this poem is called A Mockingbird's Skin, and it's about what gay people had to go through in living their lives for all those years before they got the right to be who they are. A Mockingbird's Skin. In an alternate lifestyle universe, roles are likely quite reversed. Someone we'd call straight might say, but I was born this way. Then ostracized, they'd hide this sin in a closet which dwells within, where they'd hang their mockingbird skin. This one next poem is called Winners and Losers. We all are losers, searching for what's divine. We're also winners. Everyone has their day and time. Winners and losers, all the fools and the insane, teetotal users, those who deserve all the blame. We all are winners, wearing hearts upon our sleeves. Some days we're losers, for every dog has his fleas. Losers and winners, those that jive and every fake, all those doctor spinners, every cop that's on the take. We all have heartache. Some days win, some days we lose. It is within the give and take that presents what we will choose. Winning and losing, dwell in the here and now. We will search for some meaning and live our lives as we know how. We all are mortal, take too long to find our way. We fear stepping across the portal, content to remain where we are today. Losing or winning, you must always give your all. It starts at the beginning, when we walk only after we learn to crawl. This next one is kind of an ambitious one for me. I tried to write a dialogue within it. It's called A Wicked, Wicked World. It's a wicked world, filled with small minds. Eat all the pulp, leave them just the rinds. Poor, poor, wicked, wicked world, no truth or beauty to be found. They've been buried in the ground, innocence sours and finally curdled. And then the rich man said, give me your daily bread. Give me more and still more. My appetite can't be fed. The wicked world, filled with the innocents, their landlord told to raise their rent. The poor, wicked, filthy rich, they all have no real clue what wealth could enable them to do. Instead, they scratch without an itch. What did the rich man say to cause you such dismay? With his oversized martini in his hand, which he was waving like a magic wand. Since so much I have inherited, must mean that I have merited, having no real care or fret, I am in the highest class, and can be so far stuck up my ass, that I can be so laissez-faire. Then what did the poor man say, as security led him away, in his ragged, tattered clothes, thumbing the rich man with his nose? Since I was born into the underclass, my fate is as fragile as thin glass. You judge me with disapproving looks, your industrious captains that I address. Us poor did not create this mess. It's your class that has been the biggest crooks. It is a wicked, wicked world of strife. There is no beauty in all this wasted life. Poor, poor, wicked humanity, we hide our souls in our mortal cave as we draw nearer to the grave. At least in death we will be free. Well, thank you for listening, and I hope to have some more prepared next time. Until then, I hope you liked it, and till next time, thank you.